There is some really good things, I think, in Switzerland, in Europe. There is, we can say, the sun, but there is also some clouds. For me, I can see two clouds. One, it's that the Swiss government, mainly the Federal Office of Energy, they are cutting all the budget.
Oh.
They are stopping for.
Why would they do that?
Because the government has to make some, how do you say, economy in English? You know, they have to save money. They have to save money, and so they start to cut everything. So we send a letter just to ask them if we can have a support for one project. They say it's a super project. It's really nice. We would like to support you, but it's not possible anymore because we have no budget anymore at all. So this is something that could make some problem in Switzerland.
Are they cutting mainly new kinds of new projects that would come along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them, almost all of them, that they stop everything. Oh. Yes. All the demonstration project, you know.
Yeah.
Proof of concept.
Okay.
All the budget for this is done, finished, zero.
Okay. But you have other sources of support.
There is,
right?
and it's something what is good. The state of is really behind. They are really supporting, but I mean, the Swiss Confederation, I think this is a mistake. They have to continue to support research and development in this field.
Okay.
For Switzerland, but also for the startup, they are doing so many good things, and I think it's important for the business and for our economy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the second things, in Switzerland and also in Europe, we have so much regulation. I also thinking about, you know, when you do a prototype, when you fly with a prototype, you need to have, of course, we need to discuss with the authority. This is normal, and you cannot fly with an aircraft and do whatever you want. But if you compare with as an example, what they are doing in China, in Middle East, or in America, to do the same in Europe, and even more in Switzerland, it's 10 times more difficult than if I go to United States, or if I go to Dubai, it will be much easier. And this is a big breaks for if you want to make some innovation in this field.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess it shouldn't be me, but someone could ask you, so why don't you just move the whole outfit to Dubai, for example, if everything would be easier there?
Yeah, but Switzerland is too nice. We can ski. You have everything. I think Dubai is not. It's a little bit. It's not the same adventure. And for me, I am Swiss, you know. And Switzerland helped me since the beginning with panel solar, with solar Stratos. So I think I am also Swiss, and I want to achieve this adventure with Switzerland as a partner in Switzerland. As much as I can.
Yeah, I understand that, and that makes a lot of sense. Are you hopeful that the situation with regard to bureaucracy and financial support from the federal government would improve?
I think it will. I think what we can see now. I mean, I am thinking more about the Europe. They understand that if we do not want to be the last, you know, and just China, and to leave China and the United States in the first, I think we need to change this spirit in Europe. It's always to have rules and rules and rules every day, and this is not possible anymore. And I think they understand this, and I hope that they will start to change this. I think it's important if we want to continue to have this pioneer spirit. You know, the pioneer spirit. This is something that we can find in Switzerland, that we can find in Europe. But if you put so much rules, then the people who are pioneer, they will just leave, and they will go to the United States. They will go to, maybe not to China, but to some other part of the world
where life is easier. Or work is easier, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's interesting because as a person who lives here in Switzerland, my impression has always been that this country is way easier to establish a business in than, I won't name other countries, but just going across the border a little bit, right? So when you talk about, you know, regulatory restrictions, I get that, but I always think of that as Switzerland being kind of a little bit of an oasis, you know, where those things don't. It's, of course they must apply to some degree. You know, we all need some rules, right? But compared to the other countries around us, Switzerland has recognized, and maybe this is part of this innovation mentality, or the progress in innovation that the country's made over the past few years. That part of it has to do with the freedom that you have, or the relative freedom that you have. So you're talking about an entrepreneur who would say, oh, there's too many rules here. I'm going to Dubai or I'm going to California or something like that, that what happens in the countries around Switzerland, they say the same thing, but they say, I'm going to Switzerland, right? Because it's all relative, right? But when they come to Switzerland, they actually can do the things that they wanted to do with a lot less sort of big brother looking over their shoulder. Am I right about that?
You're right. In one hand, Switzerland is like an island. And as an example, if you want to start a new company, it's very easy.
Yeah.
This is very easy.
Right.
If you are talking about the rules of for aircraft, the problem that we are in the EASA group, and EASA group, this is the European group.
Right.
And in that case, Switzerland, they have to follow these European rules.
Sure.
You know, they can do for something, they can be still but mainly they have to follow these rules of the European.
And I guess, you know, it matters that you happen to be in one of the most heavily regulated segments of entrepreneurial activity that there could possibly be. I can imagine maybe some biotech that might be pretty strict as well, right? Let's hope. But yeah, when it comes to aviation and aircraft manufacture and safety and all of those things, you've just got tons and tons of rules that you have to follow, right?
Actually, they try to help us. I have to be honest that it could be worse. They really try to help us. And they were behind us, try to help us, but it's still more challenging that if we start the same project, probably in the United States, that will be much easier.
Yeah, but maybe they wouldn't try to help you in that case then, right? I'm just thinking maybe, you know, to have I won't use the word insider in the regulatory agencies, right? But someone who is on your side and says, look, the rules are there for a reason, but they're going to hold your hand, and they're going to show you, come on, we're going to navigate this together, and I'm going to show you how it works. That would be perfect, right? I mean, not perfect. The perfect would be that maybe some of these rules didn't exist in the first place. But to have a partner that you can actually rely on, that can help you through the weeds, you know, that can't be a bad thing, right? And are you saying that that's what you have?
Anyway, you can see what they are doing in the United States with Elon Musk, with SpaceX. All of this, they are going to Mars.
Right.
And when you want to manage an electric aircraft in Europe, in Switzerland, there is so much regulation. If you really want to have some new technologies coming, you need to make a space for the people who want to make new adventure in this type of field, aircraft, space.
Right.
I think you need to organize something. Otherwise, in 10 years, they will be the first, and for us, it will be difficult. For Europe, I mean, not only Switzerland.
Yeah. Right. Interesting. Are you Switzerland's Elon Musk?
I was.
You were? Yeah.
Not anymore, because now is a little bit not anymore in the same spirit of me. But I had a chance to meet him many years ago.
Okay.
And I think what he did before, Tesla, SpaceX, that was really crazy. Yeah. And for me, it was really doing something for a better world. Yeah. Until maybe 1 or 2 years.
So that's maybe an inspiration for you, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Yes, that's great. Fantastic. What else should I ask you? That's a tough question. Is there something you'd like to talk about that I haven't touched on?
Maybe just why Switzerland is the best place to start a startup and to start adventure, because this is something also, this is a big thing. Planet Solar Stratos is not a business.
Right.
It's an adventure.
Okay.
And this is a good thing in Switzerland, because if I would like to make a project like Planet Solar or Solar Stratos, I think in United States, they will ask me, okay, but what is the business model behind? We have no business model. We are just doing an adventure. It's exploration in order to demonstrate what we can achieve with solar energy.
It's not about return on investment.
To continue to show to the young generation that in the world of tomorrow, there will still be possible to do what we do today without burning fuel.
Right.
And I think you can do this only in Switzerland or in Europe. In United States, or probably in China or in the Middle East, when you do something, it's just to make a business, to make money.
Okay.
And this is not what I want to do. And I think Switzerland, in Europe, it still be possible to do an adventure and not just to make a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And I think it's
That's very inspiring.
and I think it's also important is because you can, if you do this like Solar Impulse, it was not a business.
Right.
Alingi, it's not a business,
Right.
it's just selling. And I think it's a good thing that we have in Europe. It's still possible in Europe to do some very nice adventure, not just to make money, just to do something at the end is just to make money.
Which at the end actually helps sort of brand Switzerland, right?
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
So there's a
the spirit of adventure. Spirit of adventure, I think, is important. The life of everyone is an adventure.
Yeah.
And I think to keep the spirit of adventure, I think, is really important. And this is something that we have in Europe. And I think we need to use more in order to make crazy things and to keep, and to stay in the loop of the best place in the world.
Not crazy, but crazy in terms of big dreams, right? And I think that's a fantastic
dreams.
I think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing.
Dreams big.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.